At 21 years old, I tested positive for HIV.
He raped me. And so then I went to the hospital and got tested, and it turned out I was positive.
I was very promiscuous. I took chances even when I don't remember what I did or who I did it with.
I was in a relationship, I was in love, so I thought, young love, and one day I found out I was positive.
As much as I knew about HIV, I was so in denial because I thought that it was only a white man's disease.
I thought it was a gay man's disease, and I never gave women a thought that we could be infected as well.
I asked, oh, have you been tested? Are you clean? And obviously for the majority, everyone said yes. So I wouldn't have done anything if they would have said no, or I would have made sure that it would have been protected, for sure.
So you just took their word?
I did.
That's the story that I hear over and over and over. People are in love, they trust someone, and they one day find out that maybe that trust wasn't as great as they thought.
The majority of people these days think that the crisis is over. You know, in the 80s and 90s, there seemed to be a lot more people that were dying.
People aren't thinking that HIV is something to be afraid of, especially our young people.
I would tell myself, don't fall for the, oh, I'm clean, or oh, I love you. You just have to really make sure you're safe and protected.
Would you have listened to yourself if you told yourself all that?
Probably not.
We're specifically looking at a generation that has never known a world without HIV. They've never known a world where there were people sick and people dying, and they've never known a world where HIV wasn't a disease that you could take a pill for and ultimately prolong a long, manageable life.
I didn't have any real knowledge about HIV and AIDS or the medications. I had heard that there were lots of side effects, and I didn't want to go through all of that. I thought dying would be much easier.
Good morning, Southwest Center. This is Bob. How may I help you?
Southwest Center for HIV AIDS serves 70% of Arizona's at risk for and impacted by HIV AIDS.
Intake orientation. What's your name?
We offer a lot of programs for men, for women, and for teens.
Ron, I don't see you on here, but I'll certainly add you.
Whether it's classroom-based programs, support groups, and wellness services to help people who will be impacted the rest of their lives with this chronic disease.
That's a little bit difficult for me right now. When I have a low point, it helps to just have somebody listen to me.
We're at a very pivotal moment within the HIV movement. We're doing everything within our power to reduce the stigma that exists for those people who are living with HIV. We're dealing with this fine line. How do we humanize the epidemic, but then still allow people to realize how much of a big deal it is?
We diagnose, on the average, 2 teenagers every month at the agency through our testing and counseling program.
So we are funded to test approximately 83 people a month, whereas in reality we're testing upwards of 175 to 200 individuals a month. And so that additional supplemental funding has to come from somewhere.
And so Southwest Center has worked very diligently to partner with external groups such as Arizona Research Center and the University of Arizona College of Medicine, Phoenix, as well as Maricopa Integrated Health System and the McDowell Healthcare Center.
Additionally, with the help of the City of Phoenix, we're moving into a new community center.
So we then are looking for additional resources in the community or donors who are willing to donate directly to the cause.
HIV and AIDS is going to be around for a long time. The numbers of people living well with HIV and AIDS is growing, and the size and our ability to offer services to the community is directly related to the amount of money that our donors give us.
HIV won't kill you, and it's not the end of things.
When you don't have anywhere to go, or you think you're in the world alone with this, you can come here and you can find solace here.
And just know that you're not going to be rejected, you're not going to be shunned, and that there are people here in Phoenix that really do care and will be with you no matter what. because I realize now that that's probably just as important as the medications itself.